Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Guilty Gear. Today we're going to cover one of the series' most interesting and flexible fighters, Venom. An assassin who fights with some rather unconventional weapons, pool balls, and a cue to match, Venom can set up and send projectiles in various directions and speeds to control specific parts of the stage and cover his approach. I'm Carlos, and you're watching episode 2 of Guilty Bits. Venom uses his pool balls and cue to create intricate setups, sending projectiles out in various patterns to control specific parts of the screen or cover his approach. Once there's a ball on the screen, Venom can activate it by hitting it with a normal, special, or another ball in motion. The move that hits the ball determines the direction and speed the ball will travel. Venom can also change the properties of moving balls in the same manner. This allows Venom to poke the opponent from afar, prevent them from attacking in specific areas, and serve as a cover which allows Venom to close the distance and begin his offense safely, while the opponent is forced to block the incoming ball. Setting up the balls takes time, so before anything else, Venom has to rely on his normals to keep the opponent at bay. Lucky for him, he has great normals for mid-range poking. Far S, which reaches across the screen, and Crouching S, which comes out extremely fast for its range. Forward H may be much slower, but unlike the previous attacks, it can catch opponents who try to evade horizontal attacks by jumping above them, and knocks down on hit. Venom can cancel all of these normals on block to create balls safely. His backdash is not very evasive, but it travels quickly, allowing him to generate some space and get into positions where he can either poke effectively or summon balls safely. Stinger Aim and Carcass Raid are charge moves that create a ball and send it out right away. These moves are Venom's fastest way to get moving balls in neutral, but compared to his other options, they provide the least benefit in terms of space control, with the exception of Stinger Aim FRC, which cuts the recovery, resets pressure, and allows Venom to get a knockdown from farther hits against crouchers. But we'll come back to these moves for close-ranged offense. Ball Set, as its name implies, simply summons a ball and is Venom's main way to utilize his unique mechanics. While it takes time to place the ball and have it activate, the move can cancel into itself, allowing Venom to choose between countless different patterns depending on the situation. Venom usually won't have time to set up more than 1 or 2 balls, but it's usually more than enough. Venom prefers Ball Set over his charge specials whenever he has the time to set it, which is either when far away or while his opponent is unable to retaliate, usually during block stun or after a knockdown. Setting up balls with Ball Set grants Venom a bigger reward because he has more options afterward, with the most common one being to hit the ball with a standing P and follow it as it travels slowly. Ball Set can create balls in 5 different patterns depending on the button used last. In Plus R, Venom got 4 extra patterns, done by pressing D right after a ball set. Venom can also hit the ball while it's on its way to the designated spot, creating patterns that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Last but not least, Venom can run alongside a ball and do a ball set on top of it to get an extra ball out safely. Dubious Curve is an attack that also sets a ball, similar to Ball Set. While it can evade low moves, it's too slow to be much use on its own, but it's ideal to combo into it if possible, especially in the corner. If it hits, Dubious Curve creates a slide effect for either bigger combos or a lengthy knockdown, and the ball it creates gains electrical properties and hits 3 times, allowing for deadlier combos and pressure. It can also be cancelled into Ball Set or Venom's Teleport, to enable him to create better setups. Its FRC point allows Venom to gain bigger damage and corner carry from a mid-screen or grounded hit. Venom's Teleport transfers him to the air, right above the first inactive ball he set up, while keeping his aerial movement options. This move is usually used in setups, but can also help Venom switch sides and escape the corner, provided an unused ball is waiting for him. Venom's air normals, despite being useful to send the ball at different angles and speeds, are all useful on their own as well. Jumping P is a fast air-to-air. Jumping K is an all-around normal that covers many angles and is active for a long time. Jumping S is fast and can cross up. Jumping H has great range at its downward angle and also forces a knockdown on aerial hit. Last but not least, Jumping D is fast and attacks upward. His air throw also grants a combo depending on the height, and an option for an improved one via FRC Jumping D. Once Venom gets his chance to safely get close and attack, his offensive capabilities start to shine. While Venom's overall damage is pretty low, he has a variety of ways to keep a frame advantage, maintain pressure, and crank the opponent's guard gauge, and also has plenty of mix-ups to utilize. Crouching K is a fast offensive low poke, which allows Venom to either start a chain or enforce a hit throw mix-up. Close S is Venom's main pressure tool. It's a fast 3-hit move that launches on the 3rd hit, granting better combos which end with dubious curve. On block, it raises the guard bar a lot and can be jump cancelled. It also gives enough time to charge a Stinger Aim or Carcass Raid. The S versions of both Stinger Aim and Carcass Raid leave Venom at frame advantage on block, making them great for applying pressure, where Carcass Raid S is better at point blank and Stinger Aim S is better at farther ranges. Both of these moves can also be charged by holding the buttons, which is useful for weird knockdowns when there's no time for ball set setups, and to create better frame traps. But more importantly, they can be faked by pressing P while charging, which lets Venom mix in throws once in a while. Speaking of which, Venom's throw is his main mix-up tool and the easiest to enforce. Venom can cancel throw attempts with close S, which makes for a great option select that leaves Venom in a great position no matter what happens. The throw combo, while not being very strong, allows Venom to set up to 3 balls, which can lead to scary situations afterwards. Venom's Crouching D has an evasive low profile and serves as a good combo ender when you can't hit with dubious curve, since it gives him time to set balls and go for a mix-up. Either the first or second hit can be cancelled into specials, which makes it easier to get the spacing you need for the following okizeme setups. The post-knockdown mix-up is to send a K ball as you jump with Rising K, and then mix between empty jump, crouching K low, and late air dash mid. In the corner, Venom's pressure and mix-ups become much more threatening. Since Stinger Aim and Carcass Raid are projectiles, they won't push Venom backwards, allowing him to enjoy frame advantage close to the opponent. What's more, if a block normal also hits a ball, the pushback is negated completely, which allows Venom to create traps that would otherwise be impossible. In the corner, a low option of Crouching D is possible, and nets much bigger damage by cancelling it to either a Carcass Raid S or a Stinger Aim S FRC. Jumping D causes a wall bounce and can be used at the very end of an aerial chain as a fuzzy guard mid, mixed with landing and going low. The S version of Mad Struggle hits mid and can grant a combo depending on the height used. The pause and aerial movement makes this move a good way to delay the landing from a jump and bait anti-airs. While the move can be used straight from the ground in a Tiger Knee motion, it's best used after a block jumping attack as a delayed mid option, mixed with landing and low. The Force Break version is used in the same manner, but grants big corner combos on hit and big frame advantage on block, which allows Venom to apply another mix-up afterwards. Dark Angel may be costly, being a super move, but if you can get the opponent to block an H and cancel into it, the super can be used as an extreme position changer, pushing the opponent from your corner all the way to theirs. Every corner combo ends with either a sweep or a dubious curve, which sets up the next deadly mix-up. Venom's weakness is a lack of defensive options. For starters, Venom has trouble controlling the upper portion of the screen with balls and long pokes like he does on the ground. His anti-air game is also pretty hard to utilize. He has plenty of anti-airs, but all of them are situational and each one only works well in certain angles. Forward P is his main one and beats anything if it can connect, but its hitbox is very horizontal and only covers jumps directly in front of him. It's also a pretty risky move to whiff. Close S and Crouching H have less priority but cover the more vertical angles that Forward P can't. If you have the time, aerial options are also possible, such as Rising Jump D, Jump Backwards H, and Air Throw. Last but not least, it's always good to remember that Venom gains a lot from dashing under jumps. Usually what motivates the opponent is to go around the balls Venom sets up. By running beneath them and sending the ball back at them from the other side, Venom gets to utilize the momentum he was planning for. Venom doesn't have invincible or fast moves to escape pressure with. Crouching K and Close S are his fastest at 5 frames each, so saving meter for proper faultless defense usage is extremely crucial. It allows him to push the opponent into Crouching S's ideal range, where he can win by sheer speed against moves with similar range. If things get rough, his dead angle attack pushes the opponent far away and causes wall bounce near the corner, and gives you time to set up balls and proceed to approach. Lastly, for defensive options, Force Break, Stinger Aim, and Carcass Raid are preemptive defensive maneuvers, since they both bounce the ball backwards and cover Venom from possible approaches while he sets up additional balls with balls set. As always, if you have any questions, please leave us a comment below, and if you like what you've seen, please take a look at our other videos, and subscribe for more character guides like this. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Guilty Bits.